County Sheriff, meantime, just went before school board members to push for arming teachers. He wants them to volunteer his so-called guardian program. The sheriff is at odds with the school superintendent, though, who does not necessarily want teachers armed. Fox 13's Ken Suarez starts there at the school district headquarters in Bartow. So did the sheriff have any impact on the board members there, Ken?
And it's really kind of hard to tell because they talked back and forth. They certainly heard a lot this afternoon, but they didn't take a vote, at least not yet. However, he did his darndest by bringing up one of his biggest advocates for this program from South Florida.
She was murdered last week.
He's been to Washington to talk to the president, to Tallahassee to lobby for school security, and now to Bartow.
It happened to me in a nice community, and it could happen to anyone. And if I could give advice to a school board that would help save a child's life, I thought it would be worth driving up here 3 hours to tell them about my experience.
Andy Pollack just went through a nightmare. His daughter Meta was one of the 17 killed at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. He told Polk School Board members if Coach Aaron Feist had been armed, things would have turned out differently. Kids on the 3rd floor would have lived.
And one would have been my daughter. On the 3rd floor, who was shot 9 times. Not once, 9 times on the 3rd floor.
Pollack came at the request of Polk Sheriff Grady Judd, one of the strongest advocates of teachers carrying guns. He told the board it would cost about $3,800 to train someone for the Guardian program.
It means you can select, evaluate, drug test, and psychologically test and train 32 guardians for the cost of 1 school resource officer.
An argument that's unlikely to sway Polk's superintendent.
I want to be very clear on where I stand. This is absolutely not the answer.
This was just a workshop, a time to listen and think about the Guardian program before Polk School Board members give their final answer. And I have to tell you when that is taken. The bottom line is this, that board members are going to get a vote. The superintendent will not. Mark?
Ken Suarez tonight. Ken, thanks very much.